Alright, here we are, Sunday. A little chilly, a little windy, about 30 degrees. But this is what I'm going to be looking at today. I don't want to, there's a couple of signs around here and whatnot. I really don't want to show them, just so folks don't know where I'm at. But if they're locals, they'll know. But the town I'm in was settled early 1760s. There's a couple cellar holes right here in this field that I've checked maps that go back to 1880, and they're off the map by then, so they were already long abandoned. So I'm gonna go check them out and see if we can figure out what time frame they might be from. I'm sure it's been hammered. It's really easily accessible. You can kind of see one of them over there where that tan patch is. There's a cellar hole, and there's another one down there. Maybe I'll throw up a LiDAR image or a Google Earth image or something and show you right where they're at. But round my stuff up and go give her hell. A little chilly. I think I'll put the heavy gloves on today. Hell of a view though. Pretty cool. You can see forever. But this is where we're at. How we do, hard telling, not knowing. Till we get out there and start swinging. I'll let you know if I find anything. Alright, first find of the day. Haven't even touched it yet. Can't say as I've ever found one of these before. But right on the ground, right in front of my truck, it appears to be somebody's wallet. And they support Subway. Interesting. Yeah, it's his, I don't want to show his license and stuff. I don't know if there's any money in here or whatnot. Something there. Oh, that looks, yeah, that's a debit card. It has his license and a debit card in it. I don't see any cash. Ooh. I wouldn't take it anyway, but well, as soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna try to track this fella down. He probably wants his license and his debit card back. But nice little billfold though. Oh well. Cool. Probably the find of the day right there. Someone will be happy. But anyway, I gotta get off into the field. I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright. This is where the house used to be. Looks like all the walls are pretty well caved in. Pretty cool spot though. There is one big tree right there. That thing is enormous. Looks like something the kids would have been swinging out of. I'll be over there to check that out. This tall grass I don't care for. That's Tickville. So I'll probably go home with a couple friggin' ticks on me. But anyway, this is where the home site was. It was pretty cool. There was a nice rock wall. Went along the side of the house. And it went down that way. There's a bunch of cool rock walls out here. So I'll give them a quick scan over and go around the lip of this place. I'm not going to get too far out into the deep grass. I'll get that in the spring after the snow's matted it down for the winter and it's all flat and I can swing over it. But I think you can just see it. Right up there is where the other cellar hole is. Now I don't expect to find a whole lot here. These guys were farmers. The two major things that come out of here were hay and apples. But you never know what you're gonna find. It's cold. The old snot catcher on my top lip's working overtime today. Should have brought some freaking tissues. But what can you do? Anyway, I'm not going to find nothing babbling on the phone, so right there's the front steps right into the place. Cool. But anyway, I'm going to do a little tickling around the rim here and see what we come up with. I'll let you know if I find anything. Alright, I'm right down there. There's a big piece of flashing in the hole. I'm right next to the cellar still. Freaking roof flashing or something. There's a big old piece of it. I ain't gonna try to get it out, but did want to show you that with that comes the usual. Couple of square nails. Can't get away from them. Pull tabs of the cellar hole right there. But that's okay. No, I don't mind. These didn't ring up very high, which I appreciate. Sometimes they ring up like dimes. I think it's the halo effect mostly. But as they start to corrode and it leaches out into the soil, it makes the target look a little different than it really is, which will give you the halo. But anyway, enough playing with these. Got a bunch more targets to dig. Get back in a bit. Alright, finally got a damn target that it's film worthy maybe. That cellar hole's right over there. You see right where that lump is. I'm working my way over to that big tree right there. And from right here, I got there's a coin sitting there. Looks to be penny sized. I have no frickin' idea what it is. I'm hoping for an Indian, but my luck is probably a frickin' 1982 memorial. But anyway, I'm gonna give her a wipe down real quick before it dries up and see if I can get an ID on it for you. Okay, just as I was hoping wasn't the case, it is. 1976. About 100 frickin' years too late. Go figure. Oh well, what can you do? Wah, wah, wah. Oh well, keep digging. On to the next one. I just wanted to show you the size of this tree. That's my Samson T-handle digger. It's 31 inches long. So that tree is every bit of 4 feet wide. The weird part is it's a white birch. I don't think I've ever seen a white birch that big before. That's an enormous tree. That thing could tell you some stories. Pretty cool, pretty enormous. Usually don't see them that big out in the middle of the wide open like this. They usually get snapped off from storm damage and whatnot. So that tree's a relic in itself right there. Pretty impressive. Pretty cool. Anyway, back to swinging. Alright, from right there. Screaming signal. Any guesses? Go figure. Can't believe I find so many of these things. I'm doing the rock wall right now. That other foundation is right there. I can't see in it yet, but I can see that. The telltale mound. But anyway, I'm going to keep going along this rock wall for a bit. Goes down that ways too. This wasn't a rock wall that was made for aesthetics of any reason. The only reason these ended up here is they had to get the rocks out of the field and put them somewhere. So they just chucked them. They didn't stack them or anything. They just, over time, this is what it ended up looking like. Hard to believe that all of these were all strewn out there. But if they were going to farm it, plow it, work it, this is what you had to do. Looks like a lot of work to me, but back then you had to do what you had to do to survive, and they did. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, I'll come back to you if I find any more square nails. Alright, this is the other foundation. Well, I was just at, it's down over that way, but hear gunshots in the background. It's Sunday, so hopefully they don't think I'm a freaking deer out here in the field, but ain't got a stitch of orange on. But anyway, this looks like it was I mean, you got the initial square right here, but you'll see right here the stones go across and go that way, so I don't know if that was an extension to the house, part of a barn. I'll come up here and take a look. Oh, Jesus. There's your well. I didn't find a well at the other one. Probably a good thing I didn't step in it. That's pretty cool right there. That took a lot of work to dig those things out. Basically, to dig the well, it's going to sound way too labor intensive, but they probably would have doused the spot. Then they would have dug all of this out. If that well is 20 feet deep, they would have dug a hole 20 feet deep and started lining the bottom of it, and then backfilled, then line it, then backfill all the way back up to here. So this would have been a friggin' pit, which I think is pretty damn impressive. That's pretty cool. These guys are lucky because this is definitely a wall. Down to there, back over, and back up. At least they had an indoor well. That's pretty cool. People have thrown a bunch of rocks down in there just in case you do fall in, you get back out. But another huge pile of stones there. This wouldn't have been a barn if they had the well inside, because you just lose your animals down the hole. I'm going to poke around here and see if I can find something. Bet you dollars to donuts is square nails up the wazoo. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to find them. I'll get back in a bit. Well, holy crap, you ain't going to believe this. From right there, it's not a square nail. Who would have thought you'd get friggin' excited over a spoon, huh? It's a big friggin' spoon. Pretty cool. Not very old, but not very new either. Cool. Now we're getting into the personal items. See what else we can find. I'll get back to you in a bit. Well, once again, theory busted. Just as I thought, with the well being right there, there wouldn't be animals this damn close to it. That is an ox shoe. Crazy. You wouldn't think you'd have critters wandering around a big hole. But who knows, maybe it was built up so they couldn't fall in it. But that's a good sign anyway. Farm crap. But I can just like to try to imagine working all of that. What a hell of a view. But it's really pretty when the leaves are all different colors. But anyway, saw the holes right there. I got that spoon right there. A couple pieces of mystery metal between there and here. Headed for the well and get an ox shoe. It's a small one too. Some of these, I've seen some of these 3 times this size. oxen are not small critters. This one's in good shape too. But anyway, if you've never seen an ox shoot, that's what they look like. Back to digging. Alright. Right there, I ended up getting a toe tap. Kind of like a heel plate with the other end. But just show you something cool. Out of that same hole that toe tap came from, I'm finding little shards of pottery. So I don't know if they threw the trash out back here. The well's right there, and the cellars right behind it. So I don't know if they threw the trash out back here or what the story was, but I'm gonna poke around for another minute or two. It's friggin' cold. It's upper 20s and the wind's blowing. It freaking cuts right through you. All I have on is my blue hoodie, which isn't quite doing the trick. It's okay for the 20s, but it ain't good when the wind's blowing. But anyway, back at it. I think I'm gonna spend another minute or two here, and then I'm gonna go jump in the truck, warm up, and head over to that house permission that I got and play around there. Pretty cool place though. Never been here before. From the lack of targets, I'm thinking that it's been gone over. It's really accessible. But it's all part of the game. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright. Digging crappy signal still. Cellars right there. I just got that toe plate over there. And I come over here. I got the heel plate. Kind of cool. But the heel plates and toe taps would go on bottom of your shoes. Keep the soles from wearing out. Probably sound like you tap dancing everywhere you went, but it was better than having to take your shoes to the cobbler to get repaired. So these went on the heel, and the toe tap went around the front edge. It kept the wear down on your footwear. Pretty interesting. But hey, cool digs. Anyway, the truck's right over there. I'm gonna make my way up that rock wall and get the hell out of here. Half frozen. Ground on the other side of that cellar hole's frozen solid first 3 inches. Over here it ain't bad. It come up pretty fluffy. But on the other side it's not the case. But won't be long. But anyway, make my way up that rock wall and then I'll head over to the house permission. Till then. Well, I'm on my way from the cellar hole over to the house permission that I got, and this little backed up beaver flowage here people trout fish in. Figured I'd stop and show you how the Maine weather's treating us. And that's frozen. Chuck a rock out there. She's frozen. It's that time of year. Ground won't be far behind it. I found some frozen stuff on some bare patches, but where there's still leaves and grass, it's thawed, so my days are numbered. Gotta get the digging in while I can, because there's gonna be a whole lot of that to come for about 5 months. But what can you do? Anyway, gotta get over that other house. I only got about an hour of daylight left. I'll let you know what I find over there. Alright, I am back at my permission spot. I should have started here. I only have an hour of daylight left, but I didn't. I'm more likely to find some better signals, better finds and everything here. But I started at those damn cellar holes, and that's just my favorite place to do, so I don't mind. This place will always be here, so I guess I should not waste the hour babbling. I'll let you know if I find anything. Get back to you in a bit. Well, go figure. First good signal. I'm at the house. in the side yard. I got a frickin' target. I scratched the hell out of it. And it's something I would expect to find at a cellar hole. And I've never found one this good before, and I scratched the crap out of it. Some of you won't think it's nothing much. These things are frickin' awesome. That is the best bell. It's a Conestoga bell. I think that's the best one I've ever found. I found bits and pieces. Look at that. I scratched the bejesus out of it, trying to pry it out of the hole. I thought it was friggin' scrap metal. And it still has a little dinger in there. Man, that's a great bell. And I screwed that thing up 6 ways from Sunday. By far the best bell I've found. That thing's huge. That's the find of the day right there. That's awesome. I'm gonna go put that in the truck, just so I don't have to tote it around. Man, I can't believe I dinged that up like that. But that's a great piece of history going on the shelf right there. I don't care how scratched up it is. That's the best one I've ever found. Sweet. Anyway, done talking. Back to digging. Catch you in a bit. Alright, I'm in the back of that permission. I was looking around. I don't know if his property line stops here or not. I'm still on the lawn. But I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there is some pieces to an old set of concrete steps. And I don't know how well it shows up, but right there is a big dirt mound. And you'll never guess what's right on the other side of it. A friggin' cellar hole. I don't know if I can go over there or not, though. I'm going to stay in this guy's yard for now, but how crazy is that? And there's a massive tree growing right in the middle of it. Pretty cool. I'll have to look into the tax maps. And if it ain't on this guy's property, then I'll find out who owns it. Anyway, cool find. Didn't even dig nothing. Back to you in a bit. Alrighty, 4 o'clock. Gotta wrap her up. It's getting dark. Oh. As soon as you turn the camera on, a car goes by. It never fails. It's getting dark. It doesn't look it on my phone, but well, actually you can see my headlights on the house. It's a lot brighter on my phone than it is outside. But this is gonna wrap up the day. I didn't find any great big fat juicy gold class rings like Jaron did, the bastard. But it's all good, bud. You don't find it if you don't get a coil over it. It's all good. But oh, another truck has to go by. But I did find that great bell. That bell was right over there. First Conestoga bell I've dug that's whole. I've found pieces. A lot like Crodal bells. I've never dug a whole one. I've dug parts and pieces, but so that was a great find. I expected to find that at a cellar hole, not at a home site, but or at a house. But regardless, damn good day. Get out, dig some targets, get some fresh air. It's pretty cold. Well, it's not just cold, it's pretty windy, which makes it freaking miserable. It's 28 degrees right now. And Mama's calling. I gotta stop and pick up chicken. But so anyway, I gotta wrap this one up. And until the next adventure, I'll see you then.